Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good Monday. This is going to be Taurus and Leo sitting in a tree, Kissing. So, the little bit of peeking I did while I was shuffling, looks like Taurus and Leo have been going through some changes, not in a bad sense. Like you've been trying to rearrange life, rightfully so. I mean, with all the shit going on, that's to be expected. But in that, it feels like you guys recognized some things maybe that were going on in your relationship, and you have since tried to start working on them. So let's see what the cards have to say. Positive movement forward and overall. See what the cards have to say. And I've been fiddling around with this camera and this new camera stand, this new phone. Work with me, y'all. Work with me. The other side of your overall energy is domestic harmony. So, okay, I'm kind of hitting it where it is. Suffering in silence from your recent past. Prosperity begins. And nature, current energy, synchronicity, health, yeah, that came up earlier too, rejoice and celebration. So one of you, and I didn't mention this, but it crossed my field of vision that one of you may have been sick. I pray not with coronavirus, but just not up to 100%. So in your future energy, teaching and learning, obstacles and challenges, and spiritual union. So yeah, this has a real feel of kind of pulling apart and coming back together. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry, I had to adjust that. That was getting on my nerves. At any rate, yeah, pulling apart and coming back together at some point, and this is kind of where y'all are right now. Whatever health concern there may have been, with the rejoice and celebration following right behind that, whatever it is, you're better. Like I said, I pray it's not coronavirus. That's some different shit. But it doesn't feel draining. It just feels like maybe just overwork. That could well be it, just in your health, just not at its peak because you've been working long hours, especially if you are a frontline worker. However that's resonating with you in a hospital, in a restaurant, wherever. You had to keep working through all of this. That can be a real drain on your health. So just looking at the big cards, I haven't laid the little emotional cards out yet. There's activity here. There's some green and blue, so that's letting me know there's some fertile soil for things to take place and happen for you guys, particularly when it comes to rekindling your spiritual union. I'm just saying. So let's get back up here to the top. Positive movement forward pulls the Queen of Cups, and domestic harmony pulls the Ace of Coins, Suffering in silence pulls Big Daddy, the King of Wands. Prosperity begins, pulls the Two of Wands. Nature pulls the Queen of Swords. Synchronicity in your current energy pulls the Nine of Coins. Your centerpiece and your challenge card. Health pulls the Seven of Cups. Rejoice and celebration pulls the Lover's card. Teaching and learning pulls the Three of Swords. Obstacles and challenges pulls the Eight of Coins. Spiritual union pulls the Temperance, doing things in a disciplined and moderated manner. All right, Taurus and Leo, here we go. So like I said, it's like a pulling apart and coming back together. And so here we are today with the Queen of Cups. That's that emotional shit, sitting on top of the positive movement forward. So I'm going to say from this point, this is Taurus. It's actually feeling from whatever you were feeling in the recent past. We'll go back 3 months. You're feeling now this movement forward and kind of getting your emotional footing, if you will, back in the relationship. This is your the front end of your overall energy. With the back end, with the domestic harmony and a little green thing on top. Like I said, it's some renewal energy here. Like things just kind of got out of whack. And with the temperance down here, that's definitely telling me some things may have been just not balanced the way they should have been. And maybe at the beginning of all of this, maybe the end of March, the 1st of April, things just went kaplooey and shit just hit the fan. Everybody got to go to work, working 12 hours, 20 hours, whatever the case may be. So some of that has settled down for you guys. And domestic harmony, yeah, with the little seed on top, which letting me know there's a new beginning, that Ace of Coins. And that's definitely being generated, if I can say that, by that earth energy. So Taurus is really putting forth this effort. Taurus, this is you all day. But you're really putting forth that effort to get this kicked off in the right direction. So from your recent past, the suffering in silence, there's a Leo sitting right up there square in the middle of some shit. And it feels like whatever went on, or whatever situations you were dealing with, Leo just kind of clammed up and said, okay. And it's that suffering in silence. Just they weren't going to discuss what was going on. They weren't sharing with you emotionally, and they were just kind of just going through, because fire is always about activity and motion. Leo was definitely just kind of going with the fucking flow and not making, but still on the inside, a lot of suffering in silence. With the Two of Wands on top of the prosperity begins, Taurus, I'm going to say that's you trying to figure out how to fix what was broke, if that makes any sense. So paper clips, super glue, bubble gum, staplers, whatever, trying to get that shit right. And looking at the situation, I'm sorry for the glare, looking at the situation and trying to see where it could be tweaked, where you could fix what was going on. Subsequently, prosperity begins. That means whatever you decided to do or not do, kicked in and start working. That's that domestic harmony up there in your overall energy. That's the same kind of feeling. At the end of the recent past, with the Queen of Swords sitting on top of the nature, definitely getting back to basics. And so it feels like whatever happened, whatever pulling apart happened, y'all just decided, okay, we ain't splitting up. We just going to cut all this extra nonsense out and get back to basics. There's a hint of money clanging around here. So it may have been money that caused whatever fracture was going on recently in the past. And so the two of you just like, okay, we're getting back to basics. We're going to take this back to square one and start this over again. It has just that kind of feeling and just that kind of determination. In your current energy, y'all are operating off of synchronicity. Synchronicity. And that means things are just kind of flowing and happening for you. It feels like one or the both of you, and more of the both of you, have just kind of eased up off the tension, off the frustration, and just decided you're going to ride this one out. In the meantime, Taurus, this is you up here on top, looking at everything and reevaluating what you have, trying to achieve a higher standard. That's what this card means in this deck, for what you already have. So wherever your relationship may have been lacking, and particularly in resources, money, assets, that kind of thing, looking things over now and kind of reassessing what needs to be reworked, redone, retrograde type shit in your relationship as it pertains to those things. In the middle of all of that, health. And for some of you, this may be resonating on a mental health note. Feeling depressed or just not your usual self emotionally and just way kind of out of whack, sort of. There are options, and some of you may be exploring those options now for what you can do in terms of hooking up with virtual groups that help you talk about what's going on. For others of you, you may have options for specialists that you need to go to. And whatever your doctor's telling you, do it. Please do it. You will come out of this all the better. For some of you, this may even be about fertility issues. So you may have been having problems conceiving. It's all good. It's all good. if the fertility part is not going to resonate with everybody, I know that already. But if that is resonating with you, the Lovers sitting on top of the rejoicing celebration is telling me that your hard work, your sacrifice, and your effort for this whole little situation is going to pay off in spades. So some of you may be getting ready to start planning a family, whatever issues, medical issues you may have had in terms of trying to conceive, clearing up, and moving forward. So some of you may be trying to bring a little bundle of joy into the world. That's a happy thing. For your future energy, I know this is the cheating card, the jealousy card, but whatever went on recently between you and Leo, and it doesn't feel like it was really anything from an infidelity standpoint, anybody cheating, any of that, I'm not getting that. Now that could be, and if that's resonating in your situation, okay, but the dominant energy here, it feels like you just had too many people in the kitchen. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. And so you're going to end up using that situation in the future as a lesson and something almost like a point in the past, a data point back in the past that you can go back to. There are things there to learn. Again, I'm not getting it. I know it's a cheater's card, but sometimes it has other meanings to it. And the energy really coming off of this is just too many people involved with or associated with you as a couple, and too many people influencing the wrong kind of shit, which may be where some of this friction and shit came from in your recent past. Moving forward from that and teaching and learning. Simply teaching and learning. And it may even be a thing where you have to tell your Leo Taurus, well, I learned this, because they may not realize what you're taking away from the situation. Obstacles and challenges, of course, they're going to come because you guys are charting a new course. You're not doing what you were doing 6 months ago. This rebirth energy, Ace of Coins up here, shit's just not going to be the same. So obviously, you're going to have some kinks you're going to have to work out. There's that 8 of Coins, and there's that Taurus working hard, seriously, trying to get it together. And that's a good thing. And that also is indicative of the two of you refocusing back on the relationship and not having your attention so scattered all over the place again. And I just got a real feeling family, friends, people trying to do too damn much. And just all up on your Facebook page. You can't say hi, boo, without 50 people. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You know what? However that's resonating, that's there. And so here, just bringing it back, bringing that focus back to the hard work and the commitment for your relationship. At the end of all of this settles down. You get back to your spiritual union. The lesson that you're bringing forth is about doing things in moderation and with a level of discipline. So again, when I come back here, may have been a little too loosey-goosey with your friends. I'm just saying. And they may have felt entitled to say something about your relationship at an inappropriate time. How about that shit? However that's resonating, it's all kind of tied up here. But at the end, next major card, and that is one of only two majors, the Lovers and Temperance. So whatever it is that you're doing, those of you that are maybe thinking about doing some family planning, getting past whatever health issues, this also serves as an indicator of that helping to bring some balance back into your situation and your relationship. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for Taurus and Leo. Yeah. I hear just a lot of voices. Like you had a party. A lot of glasses clinking and a lot of voices. So this might have been something that happened at a bar back at the beginning of the year. Maybe at a restaurant. Maybe at somebody's house. They had a party. Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Something somewhere in there. And whatever. Just kind of tipped it off and just got things going in a crazy direction. But ultimately, whatever that situation was, it brought you, Taurus, and your Leo closer together. Patience, my dear. Patience. So it's going to take some time to refocus and get over some of the obstacles. Some of you may be in different work situations because it dawned on you at some point here that work was causing a problem in your relationship with hours, childcare, and whatever else. Thank you, coronavirus, going on. Gonna have to have some patience and let things just kind of settle down. It feels like ultimately everything, particularly where kids are concerned, is going to work out fine. So you're not going to have all of the wild, crazy stuff that's been going on. Some of that energy is just going to fizzle out, and things will get back to some semblance of normal, if that's what you want to call it. Let's see what else we got. Do you? Do you? I don't know who that's for, but do you? Because that's all you can do. You can't be nobody else. As far as your relationship is concerned, don't lose your individuality. Maintain yourself. And that relates to self-care. When you're tired, Taurus, take a break. Leo, when you burnt out, go sit down somewhere and take a break. But do you. And don't let people stress you to the point where you're just irritable and out of sorts on some bullshit. I'm just saying. All about having balance. One more for my bully babies. Don't believe what you hear. This came up in another Taurus reading. Let me just say this. The energy that's floating around here right now, all of it is not just change oriented. You got a lot of people out here that are intent on using any kind of opportunity right now to see shit just not be what it should be. So if you've got friends, which is a lot of the energy that's resonating off of here, or so-called friends, I use Bert and Ernie for that, trying to act like, oh, we love you, you're such a great couple, and some other bullshit. Okay, yeah, smiling in your face, that shit. Don't believe what you hear. Someone may be trying to lie to you about your situation, and they may just be trying to throw monkey wrenches up in your shit. But again, that's the kind of energy that's floating around out here right now. You got a lot of folks just jealous, just damn outright jealous. They're not happy. They don't want to see you happy. So fuck it. They're going to try and fuck up your shit. And the best way to do that is to get in somebody's ear and start running your mouth about something you don't know nothing about. Not you, but them. I'm just saying. So be mindful of that. If you are a female Taurus dealing with a male Leo, there may be females that's kind of sharks, let's call it what it is, circling in the water, trying to sniff the blood out, see where the wounds and the bruises are. People may be aware that you've gotten back together, or things are not as tenuous as they were a few months ago, and they may be just trying to see where the weaknesses are so they can get in where they fit in. So be mindful of that, especially if you are dealing with other Leos, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, or Gemini. I don't know where that came from, but there you go. If you have any of those folks hanging in your circle, just keep your eyes and your ears open. And quit talking. Quit talking about your relationship. If you're on Facebook with some shit, get off Facebook. People don't need to know what y'all are doing all the time. They don't. That's how people get in your shit and stay in your shit, because you keep putting this shit up there. Just saying. Just saying. Be flexible as you move forward, especially if you're doing a restart, a new beginning. And I saw that when I was shuffling earlier. Be flexible. And that's either one of you, Taurus, Leo, either one. Be flexible. Everything doesn't have to be just no. Be flexible and let things kind of, as you're trying to do now, just kind of let things flow and let them happen in their own time. You'll see it works out better if you're not trying to interfere with what the universe is trying to get out there. Call on your angels. Especially if you got that third party energy of people trying to put their big nose in your business. Call on your angels so they can block and do some defensive moves on your behalf. I'm just saying. Call on your angels. Not going to hurt you. You got questions you want answers to. Ask your angels. They can point you in the right direction. That they can do. One more. Get grounded. So we right back up here. And some of you may be wandering away from that. Nature, Queen of Swords, business, boundaries, grounded energy. Get grounded. That Temperance card right there. Get grounded so that when you encounter these obstacles, you're not ready to just fall the fuck out. You get grounded, it braces you in a weird sort of way. I'm a Taurus, so I know this. It just braces you in a weird sort of way, so when shit starts coming, you're not just all hidey-flighty and flowing around. So get grounded so you can be prepared. The obstacles and challenges that are coming up are nothing that you cannot handle. Let's just get that. There's a 5, so there's changes. Obviously, a lot of you, it feels like this is about your kids in school. And a lot of things that you may be expecting or were expecting, not going to happen for the school year. However, that's resonating. So, and that just kind of popped up as I'm talking, team effort. You may need to work with teachers, counselors, however that's resonating. But there are going to be some challenges. And you just are going to have to be patient, wherever that card went to, patience, my dear, and work through it. If you do that, if you rely on your angels, be grateful for what you have, you guys should come through this in flying colors. That spiritual union thing. I'm just saying, I love y'all. I hope you and Leo have a wonderful week, bullies. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.